Hello, good day and welcome. My name is Michael Chaves and this is Mad Mix Conspiracies. Okay, so I'm glad to see that my government have decided to bring some comedy to this pandemic that's going on. What they decided to do was do their own interpretation of the Abbott and Costello sketch, Who's on First Base? I'm sure you remember it. The character's name is Who, and he is playing on first base. So the sketch goes, who's on first base? Yes, who's on first base? Right, so you see where I'm going with that. Right, as long as you're all on the same page. So my government, the representative stood there with a straight face and he said, right, now 3 families can now meet. But if someone from the first family has tested positive from COVID-19, then they can only meet with the second family if the second family haven't tested positive, and if they've got the tracking. If they don't have the tracking, then they can't meet with the third family. But the third family, if someone's been out of the house and been somewhere where someone may or may not have had COVID-19, then they can't come and meet with the second family. But if they've already met with one family, then they can't meet with a fourth family because that's outside the rules. So only the 3 families that have met in the first instance can now meet each other. Now, keep with me on this. So if you've been self-isolating for 2 weeks and you're part of the second family, then the first and third family now have to self-isolate for 2 weeks. Unless, of course, they've tested negative for COVID-19, then they don't have to self-isolate. Or unless they're a professional footballer, when they can be up close and personal for 15 minutes, then they don't have to self-isolate. So the first and third family can now still contact each other, but the second family can't, because someone in the second family tested positive for COVID-19, and now they can't mix with the first and third family. I'm confusing myself with this now. So you see where I'm going. So he stood there with a straight face and carried on talking this bullshit for about 15 minutes, trying to explain why we can and can't visit our relatives, when they've already told us you've got to be up close and personal for 15 minutes. It's making me sick. So either we can visit with our family or we can't visit with our family. We can go inside or we can't go inside. Watch it back, listen to what he says, see if you can make any sense of it, because I tell you what, it sounded like a complete load of rubbish to me, but maybe I'm just a cynical old man. So protect yourself and protect your family from your police, your government, your military, your royal family, your nosy neighbours and your lying Prime Minister. Goodbye from me and goodbye from me.